Today we are going to discuss about the access modifiers. What are the access modifiers in PHP? Yes, I am talking about the public, private and the protected are called access modifiers. Just like C++ and Java, PHP also have three access modifiers such as public, private and also protected. The visibility of a property, a method or a constant can be defined by prefix the declaration with these keywords. As you can see, you are defining the public. So these are the keywords. You can prefix your properties and also the methods and also the constants. If you define the public, that means it can be accessed. If the class member declared as public, then it can be accessed everywhere. These properties you can access everywhere in child class and outside of the class. Child class, that means outside of the class. If you define the protected, then it can be accessed only within the class itself and by inheriting and parent classes. If the class member declared as private, then it may only be accessed by the class that defined the member. How? For suppose you have a class, I'm going to comment these classes. Comment. Okay, now I have the class card. I'm also going to comment this, that boy. Now I'm saying I have three properties and two methods. If I'm creating another class for suppose BMW, and now I'm saying it extends to cars. When I create the object obj, and now with the new keyword new BMW, and now obj, so now if I access this one, I can also, because it's a public, and I can also access this one, and I access also this one, because we have the public accessifier or the public keyword. I'm saying car name, car price, or I can also access taste. Okay, go to the page, refresh the page, because we are receiving one parameter, so we have to pass one parameter here, child. Okay, so now as you can see, I can also access my parent class function and also the property. If I'm accessing the property, so this is the car price, because it's null, so that's why I cannot. Even I also echo this one, and if I'm saying the price is 10, go to the page, refresh the page, it's saying 10. Okay, so now this is the private. Now if I'm saying that it's a protected, it's a protected, and I'm saying my property equals to checksy.com. okay, so it's a protected property. If you access this property, as you can see, it's not showing. I'm saying property, so as you can see, it's saying call to undefined, because it's not a method, it's a property. Now it's a property. Okay, first letter is capital, so it's saying cannot access protect protected property. You cannot access. If I'm creating the object of the cars, new, it's cars object. Now I'm saying obj. Now I'm saying my property. Go to the page, refresh the page. You can also, as you can see, cannot access protected property because you can only access this property within the class and within the function. So I'm saying echo this my property because this is a property. Now if I'm saying that display obj display, so now go to the page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's showing you the shakesy.com. If I'm saying that I'm creating the new object of BMW, it's a BMW. Now I'm saying obj, that means object, obj display, go to the page, make sure save the file, go to the page, refresh the page. Now as you can see, it's also working fine. So in this way you are protected working. So now I'm saying that I have private property. I'm saying my private equals to shakesy. Okay, now as you can see, it's a private property. You cannot access this property outside of the class. For suppose if I'm going to access this property using BMW class, because I'm using the extend keyword, so that's why I'm using the inheritance. Okay, so now I'm saying my private. Go to the page, refresh the page. Now as you can see, it's saying undefined property my private because first letter is capital. Refresh the page. Okay, so you cannot access because it's illegal. Now if I'm creating the object of the cars class, new cars, and now I'm saying this is my obj, that means object. I'm saying obj. Now I'm saying my private. Now go to the page, refresh the page. It's also giving you the cannot access property private class. Okay, so where you can access this one? You can only access your private within your class. So now I'm saying this, it's my private. If I'm saying my private, now here I'm saying obj display. Okay, because if I'm okay, now fresh, it's saying shakesy. So now how it works? Public property, you can access the public property constants and also the public methods from everywhere. Okay, now if you using the private, you can only access the private property, private method and also private constants within the class. But if you are declaring the protected, that means it can be accessed only within the class itself and by inheriting and parent classes. So we have already discussed about them. So I think this is enough for today. In the next lecture we are going to cover some other topics. Thank you for watching.